Hey guys, Victor Costa, how you doing? Peace, love, and muscles. Hope you're doing well. Peace, love, and muscles. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there together. So I did a breakfast video a little bit earlier, and I promised you folks that I would share with you what I have throughout the rest of the day. So we talked about breakfast, right? That was the Nature's Path oatmeal. That was a banana, organic banana. And then we also talked about these nuts, the nuts. Hang on a second, here they are. Right? A handful of whole almonds. And these are from Whole Foods, by the way. I love these. I think I mentioned in the last video that my daughter said T Swift eats the same ones, or she saw her eating those on Instagram or something. So anyway, T Swift almonds, one serving, right? I reach into the bag, I grab whatever's in my hand. It's generally about 22 to 23, which actually coincides with an actual serving. We should talk about that another time. But anyway, that's it. So let's talk about where does lunch and dinner come from. Well, I'm fortunate enough to have a low-cost, high-quality, farm-to-table place near where I live and where I work. And these folks keep me alive, and I trust them, and I care about them. And when they hand me my food, there's an exchange of appreciation and gratitude on my side for goodness and taking care of me on the other side. So there's this exchange to me that's very valuable. Just not throwing food at me. This isn't like a lunch line or a line where people are slopping things and they don't care. This is prepared with love, I believe. It's procured with love. And I believe all of their suppliers are curated with love. And the management and everything, they know me, I like them, and they have my best interests at heart, which is most important. So I eat at a place called Dig Inn, or I bring in from a place called Dig Inn, D-I-G-I-N-N. They're notorious throughout Manhattan. They're open, I think they have a place in Boston. And like I said, I can't say enough about these folks. I trust them, they keep me and my family alive, and they put their hard work and effort into the meals that create my physique. And I just didn't, when I eat something, I eat it for an extended period of time to test it. So I don't just have it once and then come back a month later and say, oh, I like to have all the variables sort of controlled in my environment. I'm a little bit of a control freak in that respect. So I test things out over a longer period of time to see if those were contributing to my health, welfare, the way I look, and so forth. So this is a constant for me. So this is what the meals look like, okay? So in here there's chicken, chicken breast, under quinoa, sweet potatoes, and broccoli. The broccoli is made on a grill. It tastes delicious. You get that little piece that's charred every now and again. And I'm going to show you what I have. This is what I have for lunch, okay? And I'm going to show you what I have for dinner. Be right back. And this is what I have for dinner. I do it again. So you see the portions, right? You see what I'm eating. You see exactly what I'm having. Now, I keep these little plates in the event that I am forced to prepare this myself. Actually, in the city of New York, it's probably cheaper to eat at Dig Inn and have them prepare your food than to take the time to go to the supermarket, to prepare the food, to cook the food, and then to clean up. These are very affordable, and it saves me the time of having to do it, and I trust each ingredient because they can cook in bulk, remember, cheaper than you can buy. So to me, this is they're a lifesaver. They're part of my ritual. They're part of how I conduct my life, and they save me time and effort, and they serve the food with love, and I believe that exchange of energy is also extremely valuable in the metabolizing the food, digesting the food, and just the interaction and the exchange of food. I'm very particular about how people exchange things with me and what that energy exchange is like. In every regard. And if I'm going to the post office, I want the person who gives me the exchange of professionalism and kindness and I give that in exchange. So I look for that person once I find that person. You know, there's always a helpful person and a special person at every place you go, and you kind of seek that person out and you try to avoid the other energy. When it comes to food, I want the best energy surrounding this as humanly possible, and Dig In is my place. Next, so you've got the breakfast, you've got the lunch and the dinner, although it seems redundant, it works for me, especially with time constraints. You know about the almonds, D's nuts. We know about the fruit. Now, here's a little fruit stuff. This is my beautiful mother will sometimes cut fruit up, give this to me, and when I come to see her, she'll give me a little fruit cup. She takes a Talenti ice cream. This was chocolate chip cookie dough. She eats that or uses it or gives it to friends or whatever, uses the container and makes fruit for her son. Thank you, Mom. I love you. And I'll have 1 serving of fruit a day. It's a little cup of this. Not this whole cup. This is like 2 cups for me, okay? Or I will have an apple, or I will have berries. I just want to show you guys this, going in and out here. These were 3 for $10 at Whole Foods, the Driscoll's organic strawberries, and these blueberries were 2 for $7 yesterday. Okay, there's a lot in here. And so a handful of this, a couple of strawberries could be my fruit. And sorry about that. Because my palate is clean, I don't eat any sugar. You guys know what I eat now. That to me tastes delicious. I mentioned to you about the Starbucks coffee. I can taste all the notes in the Starbucks coffee. Really appreciate it. No sugar, no cream, none of that stuff. I haven't, oh, one more thing. So I'll have 4 of these eggs per night. Sometimes vary the brand. These are the Whole Foods 365, extra large brown, grade A, organic eggs. Love these. Sometimes 4 whole eggs, and then sometimes an extra white just to get more volume in the pan, not really for the extra 2 grams of protein. If you guys do a little investigation on eggs, you will see that the nutrition, the micronutrients, the rich vitamins are in the yellow, and a lot of us are throwing away the yellow because of fear of cholesterol. The cholesterol story is changing. I don't want to be the voice of the cholesterol movement at all, please. But at the same time, the story about cholesterol and dietary cholesterol versus cholesterol levels is changing a little bit. You might want to check with your physician, do a little research on that. My cholesterol level is perfect. It's actually more perfect because I've been eating the eggs. Some other enzymes were a little bit off. In my last checkup, and when we say off, we don't mean for me. My doctor claims that I'm his healthiest patient. We don't say off for the spectrum, we say off for Victor, right? Just slightly different. And it was probably because I wasn't having enough cholesterol in my diet. Shifted the eggs, puts 4 eggs in there. My skin changed, my energy level changed. I feel great, and I love the eggs, and my cholesterol has not changed as a result of eating more dietary cholesterol. That's for Victor. And don't quote me on everything for you or for the general population, but that's what's happened to Victor. So you guys, this is the full Monty. As far as vitamins are concerned, I think I mentioned to you guys I was in my doctor's office at one time, and he had a book on vitamin D, and it said the greatest sports supplement. I said, hey, what do you think of that book? He says, vitamin D is great. Want me to test you for it? And he did. He tested me for vitamin D, and I was low. He left a message on my phone, said everything is cool. You should get a vitamin D supplement. Take 2,000 IUs a day. I did that for a while, and then I went back. Vitamin D levels were awesome. Stopped taking the vitamin D, and then incorporated the eggs. Vitamin D still awesome. So I take 0. I don't take vitamins. I don't take any protein shakes. There's spices in this cabinet, no vitamins for Victor. And I try to get everything that I need from food. I only drink water, green tea and coffee. I don't particularly like the taste of other soft drinks, and now when a friend opens them or whatever, I can actually smell them, and I don't really like to smell them. So that's it. So the rest is training. We're going to talk more in the other videos about lifestyle coming up. I'm going to talk about TRT, which you guys have been educating me because I didn't know much about it, and also steroids, and how that essentially weakens the body. Whenever you do something, there is no free rides in life, nothing. Everything has a reaction. Everything you do has a reaction. It's whether or not you're willing to understand the consequences of everything you do. So for me, this is enough. The folks that dig in take care of my lunch and dinner. I can take care of my breakfast myself, and I can also take care of my 4 eggs, D's nuts, and Mom takes care of the fruit. So that's the scoop, guys. Peace, love, and muscles. I wish you guys all the best. Best community on earth. Keep the questions coming. You guys keep me honest. And thanks. Take care. Parting bicep shot.